Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope I've reached you in a positive moment. For those of you that are joining the channel for the first time, this channel is about all things business, more specifically, my experience with small business and whatever I can do to start, run, and grow your small business. Now, it's just my commentary, my opinions, some terms and definitions, um, news articles, interesting business news articles, and, case reviews of different businesses. And whatever we can do, whatever I can do here to help you and research and some other things, right? So today I wanted to jump really quick on this topic. There are some people in the business. I'm barely making it. I'm homeless. I'm almost homeless. I don't have any money. How am I going to start a business? Okay. So I understand. I get it. I've, been all the way down to the ground with zero. And then I've been all the way up at the top with, disposable income and emergency cash and everything. So I've been to both areas. Now I like the top area better than the bottom every area, obviously. So building yourself up from zero can be a challenge, but it can be done. So here's what you can do. The first scenario is that you're homeless and you have nothing and zero. So you're homeless, you have nothing. Number one, you have to figure out what's going on in your community and the programs and things that they have to help you, the churches and every single resource that's available to help homeless and disadvantaged people. You have to sign up to those programs, get your name on these lists, talking to these counselors and getting out there. On the way to going to do these things, because you obviously have a lot of time on your hands and you don't have anywhere to go. Um, you can panhandle. And yes, you can get in trouble for panhandling in some areas and places. I don't know quite how the panhandling laws and rules work, but I do know that in some instances you can get in trouble, but we're not claiming that for you and your life, okay? So in this climate, people are kind of mean. Stuff is just going on. We got hateful people in this world, and it's just really, really heightened for whatever reason now. But I would look for the people that will smile back at me or give me some type of eye contact. And those are the people that I would approach very humbly, and in a humble spirit and ask them, do they have any change or dollar or whatever. And I'd leave the people that looked rushed and angry, I'd leave them people alone. Right. So that can be a few dollars in your pocket. And of course, you're signing up to these programs. Now, hopefully, a church or one of these programs will allow you to use their address to get meal. You have to be able to get some meal because I want you to go and get a prepaid, because we're assuming you don't have a bank account. We're assuming you don't have anything. So when you get a few dollars, 25, 50, $100, go put it on a prepaid card. Get a card that will act like a bank account with a routing and an account number. That way, when you do get a job and you do begin to pick yourself up, you can get your money directly deposited into your account instead of carrying around cash. And if you're homeless, we already know this is very, very dangerous for you to carry around cash. So then number two, you can, once you get to at least $25, assuming that you've already signed up to all these programs and you're doing what you can do to get the aid and things like that from the state and your county. Now you can go to Amazon.com and you can order these keychains. Now I have the picture up here. The keychains are wholesale flashlight keychains. You can Google that. I'm just telling you to go to Amazon because everyone knows Amazon. We know that you're going to get your product. I don't know about those other sites. But you can Google wholesale keychains, and if you get 50 flashlight keychains for $15, there's a $3 and some cent shipping fee. So $20, right? Couple days, these keychains will be to you. You're in business now. It may not seem like it, but you are in business. And again, just like the panhandling, you use that same strategy. people that will smile and engage with you, give you eye contact. You can go and give them your pitch for your keychain. You can throw in the fact that you're homeless or however that goes. They, you know, you have a physical product, and this is something that's useful. Again, in business, I'm always talking about finding a problem that you can solve for a customer or a client. And yes, people have flashlights on their phone. What if their phone is dead? Yeah, most people have flashlights on their phone, but what if their phone is dead? Um, you know, this is something useful. Not everyone's going to say yes, but we're just going to assume that you're going to sell 50 of these in a day. So we're going to say that you're going to talk to 200 people, sell 50 of these flashlight keychains, and that's $250. You've literally paid 31 cents per flashlight keychain, right? So 31 cents minus, I would say maybe sell them for $5, right? You can sell them for $6, $5. I wouldn't say anything over $5, or I wouldn't say anything over $7. And $7 is kind of high. I'll probably keep it right at $5. So then $250 is in your pocket now. And if you do this every single day, every night you go and put that money onto your prepaid card at Walgreens, CVS, or wherever, Walmart, or wherever you can do it. Now you're not carrying around cash, even if someone robs you and takes your we're not going to speak that into your life, but they just have a card that you can obviously cancel and get another one. Okay. So, and it would kind of suck because now you're waiting on the card and your money is in limbo, but we're not going to speak that for you. We're just going to say none of this is going to happen. But this is what I would do every night when I'm done selling these keychains. So now we're just going to assume you've done this. 250, you have $500 in 2 days. So you just went from $0 to $500. You didn't sell any drugs. You didn't sell your body. You didn't rob anyone or steal anything from anyone, And if you did get any little minor harassment or whatever, leave. We don't want any soliciting or whatever. It's not like that big of a deal, right? It's not like a felony drug charge or, some type of charge that carries time, like jail time. This is don't do that no more, get out of here type of situation. And it's summer, okay? This is, it's summer. It's not cold. It's not brutally, cold and rainy and whatever. So you can actually get out here and make this happen. Imagine if you sold those 50 keychains every day. We're just going to give time for shipping because we're going to say that you sold out and now they got to ship you some more. That's 3 more days. So every 3 days, you're buying a box of these keychains. And guess what? You can literally begin to employ the rest of the homeless people out there with you. They can be, you can you can be a homeless business person with this. I mean, and it sounds absolutely crazy, but in a few days, all of you guys will have $500 in your pocket. And everyone can begin ordering these keychains or ordering something wholesale that is useful. Then y'all can go and figure out something else and something else and something else. And eventually someone has an apartment now. Someone has, someone has went and gotten a job and, now you're out of the gutter. Okay. So let's flip it. Same concept. You're not homeless, but you don't make enough money. Stuff is just not adding up. You just don't make enough. You work overtime, you do all of this stuff. It's just still not enough. You may have a child in your home that you think is unproductive. They're a teenager and you don't want them to get in no trouble, but you want them to be productive. You guys can go out on the weekend together and sell these things, sell these little keychains. You can donate some to the church, donate to, other people, because you're knowing that you're coming from lack. So you can donate, a few percentages to an organization that helps people. And you'll see how that comes back to you. It will come back to you. So these are all ideas that you can toss around. And this is $20. This is a $20 investment that will give you 250 bucks, right? $20 and you just keep duplicating this. If your goal was to build up your emergency cash, then you can do that. If your goal was to file the paperwork for your LLC, you can do that. If your goal was to pay for the fees to get your DBA, your doing business as, you can go and do, I mean, that's 20 some dollars. But anyway, if your goal was to do something, in regards to your business paperwork, trademarking, or whatever, this is something that you can do. This is a useful product. It's something useful that can solve a problem. You're not out here selling a multi-level marketing, this or that, where you got to tell 50,000 of your friends and family and share this or that on Facebook. Go to seminars and you got to sign this many people up and they have to, no. 20 bucks, $20 investment. Even a homeless person on the street can do this. Okay. So I hope I've given you a little inspiration. I will do a session on sales, and until I do that session, go and just Google sales techniques. But the best training is getting out there doing it. But I'll give you some little techniques. I'll give you some, but you can go and find Brian Tracy, Google him. And then just Google the best sales techniques for door-to-door sales or something that has to do with hand-to-hand sales. So Google those techniques and try to look through those. They may even have videos to show you some demonstrations, but the best demonstration is you getting out there physically doing it. I love putting the product in the person's hand. And I love telling them, okay, well, I put it in their hand, and I love to tell them, or upsell them is what I meant to say. I love to upsell them, meaning I'll put the one in their hand and say, I'll give you 4 for this much. And they may not want the 4, but they wind up getting the 1. I'll give you 5 for this deal. No, I don't need 5. Well, you can give them to friends and family. No, I don't need 5. Okay, well, I'll give you the 1 for $5. Okay. And you made a sale, right? So that's maybe one. Yeah, I'll do one. But until I do, that's what you can go and do. Brian Tracy, and then Google great sales techniques. You can Google the psychology of sales, things like that. And the best training is actually getting out there doing it yourself. Please don't get mad at the people if they don't want to buy it from you. I know in your mind, you are like, okay, I spent my last $20 on this stuff, or just don't get mad. I realize that you're coming from a place of lack and a place of survival. You're in survival mode. So this person doesn't want to give you the $5 for this keychain. No, they don't want the keychain. Don't get mad at them. Just count your no's like, okay, yes, I get this. I hurry up and get this no so I can hurry up and get to my yes, right? So you just simply say thank you and have a nice day. And then you just move on. Do not get mad at these people. We understand you have all day. The ones, if you're homeless, you have all day and all night. So your goal is to try to sell out of these keychains every day. Sell 50 a day. That's your goal. That's 250 bucks in your pocket legally. And yes, it may have taken you 12 hours. It may have taken you 15 hours. But what else do you have to do? Right? Especially if you're homeless and you don't have anything going on. If you have a job, but it's just not enough, get out on your day off. On your day off, work those keychains just like you work at your job. Just like you put that effort in to get that paycheck that's not even enough to cover your bills is why you're out here doing this. That same effort that you put into whatever you're doing at your job, put that effort into selling these keychains and get that $250 and keep duplicating this until you get out of your ruts and you can finally feel comfortable in your financial space again. And then you may can sit down and start thinking more about the business or the business ideas that you've had, maybe thought that you just couldn't do it for whatever reason. So I hope that this helps someone. And like always, until next time, I hope everything you touch turns to gold.